My name is Claudia Florian-McCaffrey, and this is Carrie Andrea, who is pregnant. And how many weeks are you pregnant?
33.
33 weeks pregnant. And I'm here today to show you how you can take care of your students when they're pregnant in your class. Carrie Andrea, can you please start with Uttanasana? So bring the arms all the way up as you inhale. All the way up. And as you exhale, come all the way forward to Uttanasana. So we do want to have available for the mother to have blocks in case her fingertips don't reach the floor, and also when a mother is into the end of her second trimester or into the third trimester, you want to make sure that the mother has room for her baby. And that's why her feet are a little wider apart and she's using the blocks, so you don't bring constriction and tightening in the belly. Now, if we're moving into a jump into plank pose, you may want to invite the mom to go into hands and knees. Please come to hands and knees instead of going into plank pose. Another alternative is for the mother to go into downward dog. Very good. Or into child's pose. Especially into child's pose, when the mother will go, or when the students are going to go into plank pose, to chaturanga, and into bhujangasana or upward dog. So she can stay right here. The other option is that a mother feels comfortable going into bhujangasana, and since we don't want the mom to be pressing the belly into the ground, she can move from hands and knees, moving forward into a gentle back bend, and you can see that her belly is not touching the ground. Very good. Good. How does that feel?
Okay.
Good. Okay, and then come back to hands and knees, and here the mom can go into hands and knees again or downward dog. Okay, very good. The other option is bring the knees on the floor and come to polar bear. Bring the forearms on the floor and interlace your fingers. While the rest of the group is going into plank, chaturanga, upward dog, mom can stay in polar bear and move the hips side to side. And this is a great movement and a great posture for a pregnant mom. Good. And then come back to hands and knees. Another possibility, so you have many alternatives that you can use, okay? The other one is for the mother to do cat-cow. And when she's doing cat, now she's doing cow, opening the chest, and when she's doing cat, she can draw the navel towards her baby, and that can tone her tummy. Good. Or come into neutral and do legs and arm extensions with the opposite. Yeah, opposite leg and arm extensions, and the opposite. And they can hold it there for a little bit longer, of course. Good. Very good. Let's come back to downward dog. Now, as you come back from sun salutations to the front, some moms are not able to jump forward, and actually we don't want them to jump forward or back, because that would be a sudden movement that is not good for the womb. So she can walk forward, or she can bend the knees. Good. And bring the hands on the blocks. She can go into a lunge and then straighten the back leg and bring the other leg forward. And then move the blocks in front of you again so that there's room for the baby. Very good. Inhale, come all the way up. All the way up. And bring the hands back to your heart. When you're doing twists, make sure that the mother has freedom in her belly. So the baby is free and open, and there's no twisting in the area where the baby is. So let's do Sukhasana twist. And I will give you a block so that can give you some support. So you want to always twist from the upper back or the chest. No, the lower abdominal area or pelvic floor. Okay, feels okay? Mm-hmm. Good. And of course you would do both sides, but we're going to move now into Marichyasana. Marichyasana, it's a posture that you want to make sure that it's also an open twist. So let's bring the bolster underneath your buttocks. Some moms prefer to be on a blanket, and some moms prefer to be on a bolster. It depends where they're at in their pregnancy. As the baby grows, you might experience that mothers will be more comfortable on a bolster. Also, in Marichyasana, the difference when you're pregnant is that the foot is a little farther away from the pelvic floor, because otherwise it gets really crowded here. Okay, let's go into Marichyasana. Good, and this would be an open twist. So remember, always open twists. You don't want to close with the baby towards the leg. You want to keep it all open and free.